Welcome to Speaking Of, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
So, before we get started, I have to give out a shout out to
Yay.
our viewer of the week, Trish.
Yay, Trish!
Who gave us some awesome feedback. And
Yay,
by
Trish.
awesome, I mean she loves us. And that's the only feedback that matters. So,
That's true.
yes.
If you want to be a viewer of the week, say nice things to us.
That's right. You say nice things, you're viewer of the week.
Devin, we haven't officially called you out as viewer of the week before, and I know you've said
That's
nice
because
things
you-
before.
Not to my face.
That's true. You got to make it more personal.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
I don't feel like I'm on anyway.
Oh, you're not on.
On my marker, and I'm not set or ready. Actually, that's a lie, because,
He's something.
yesterday I'm at Target,
I need to put this
and
down.
I'm walking in, and I see this woman with red hair, and her hair's back in a ponytail, and it's all sweaty, and she's wearing her gym clothes, and I look,
No.
and I'm like, that better not be who I think it is. So
Who did you think it was?
I thought it was you. So I'm looking now. Wait, let me finish.
Wait, I want to know why you were so adamant that it not be me.
No. I thought it was, well, because you'll see why. So
dear.
I'm watching this woman, and
First of all, as if he couldn't recognize me from any angle.
it looked a lot like you. So,
It.
oh, you'll see why I'm calling it that. So I'm going through the store, and I can never see her face, right?
Right.
And I'm like, oh, if that's Kate, and she's come from the gym, and she's being all nasty and sweaty at Target, I'm having none of it. That is no.
How sweaty do you think I get at the gym?
I've heard your stories.
Don't tell Wesley, I don't work that hard. Just kidding, I do.
I've heard
Worth
your
every
stories.
penny.
He's a great personal trainer. So anyway, so she keeps coming, and I'm trying to see the face, so I'm debating. Do I stalk Kate? Do I send her a text saying, I see you? I don't know what you're thinking. You should never come from the gym looking like that. We're going to have to reevaluate our friendship.
Have none of it.
So I keep watching her, and I'm like, that's it. It is time for intervention. Because this is just not happening. You do not go into public like this. If you are all sweaty from the gym, you go
Speaking
home.
of sweaty.
Like, at least spray yourself down.
Well, was
Is
she
it too
like,
much to ask?
was she dripping or
She was
something?
like all goopy back here and just, ugh. So I'm getting ready, and I have my Kate voice. Kate! And I'm coming up to the side, and she turns, and I'm like, oh, hi! And I walk away. Because that's how I roll.
To be fair, we've gotten a lot farther before in those kinds of hijinks. A lot farther.
So I'm sure she went home and told somebody about the bald man at Target.
Who hasn't?
But then I wondered, should I have continued with the intervention? Because I would have been doing her a favor, let's be honest.
Maybe she just had to make a stop.
Oh no, she was like stocking up for the week. Her cart was full, and they just
What was it
bad.
full of?
I know.
Because I'm thinking, it could, this is terrible. You go up and be like, now you clearly just went to the gym. Should you really be buying that?
I'm just saying.
Speaking of which, not to bring up Wesley again, but
Wesley is Kate's new personal trainer.
yes.
And it should be mentioned that he's from British, which makes him...
He's from British?
British. That's right, you heard me, he's from British. Which
And just so you
makes
know,
him extra special.
apparently, I'll just have you know that when I tell Wesley stories, I do not tell them in an English accent. I should tell him that. Because he's always thinking that everybody goes into English accents when they talk to him. Anyway, let me tell my
I
story.
can do that sometimes.
This is
Go
a minute.
ahead.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I needed a minute. Because I was originally going to tell you about one thing, and then this other thing came up. So I don't know if I told you this, but when you sign up with a trainer, they fill out this chart about you, right? Mm-hmm. And they get your address. And he was telling me that he's had clients that are like, what do you need my address for? To which he
Watch
says,
me sleep.
in his, well, so in his Wesley, this made me sad that he and I didn't have this conversation because I would have handled it a lot differently. So the client will say things like, well, why do you need my address? And he will say in his British way, so that I can come to your house and make sure that you're following the nutrition plan. To which they freak out. Wait, really? And I was like, see, and I would have said something like, oh, okay, well, when you get there, there's a drawer next to the fridge that's locked. Just leave it. Leave it be.
And heaven help you if you throw out the Twinkies.
Right. But no. Anyway, I did have actually a better Wesley story to tell you.
Yay, a better Wesley story.
This is actually one of my favorites because I got the upper hand on this one. So you have to understand, as we were discussing the other night.
Wesley is a very cunning British man.
Poor Wesley. Beverly pointed out that he's the perfect trainer for me because basically I spend the whole time either talking back to him or threatening him. And he takes it like a champ. I mean, he fires it right back. It's great. So, on those lines.
From British.
He's from British. This guy.
Anyway,
so he goes, so you have to check in, right? And we do the fingerprint thing. Anyway, so he's trying to log into the computer. And they only have, I know, producer's confused why I have to. Well, so that's when I told him when he first did the thing, and I was like, does that mean I can't send somebody else to work out for me? Because now they have to have my thumbprint? But whatever. Anyway, so they only have 2 computers, and they're totally slow, and they're ridiculous. So he's trying to log in so he can get us checked in. And it's not working. So he has another of the trainers come over and try to help him. The second trainer tries to log in.
How many trainers does it take?
He always ruins my stories.
It's because we have the E.T. Elliott connection.
It's actually really bad. Anyway, ask Hubs. He spent a few days with us in Disneyland, and I think he was concerned.
Poor Hubs.
Anyway, so the second trainer comes, and he logs in, and then he was like, oh, wait. Now you're logged into this one and not the personal training one. So they get a third trainer, and he's like the big, like, football player looking guy with the man bun. And
the man bun! Anyway.
So he comes around.
We have a whole episode just on the man bun. Carry on.
Oh, yeah, we do. So he comes around. So there's the 3 of them. Meanwhile, this guy's client is waiting and somebody else is waiting. So I said to the lady next to me, and I was, how many personal trainers does it take to log into the computer? And then I, like, trace around the monitor, and I said, now, you guys know what this is called, right? And I was totally giving him a bad time about it. Totally. So then later...
Are you saying there's a meathead stereotype?
Well, so later on... Yeah, so we're totally teasing about it. So later on, we're doing the workout, and I'm threatening Wesley yet again that I'm going to, like, take the kettlebell and smack him with it. And he was like, Kate.
Seriously. Anyway, finish your story.
I know. He's like, Kate, I have pretty good reflexes. I'm a natural athlete. And I said, yes, I know. I saw you at the computer. And he was like, yeah, okay, I have to give you that one.
He walked into it, let's be honest.
He really
walked
did.
Into it.
I walked into the tomato one, he walked into that.
Tomato.
Actually, it's tomato.
No, I'm amazed that no other people in the gym don't hear you making your threats.
They hear me, but then they also hear me laughing, and so...
Oh, okay.
Because his response is usually something super sarcastic and...
Because it's always the stuff taken out of context. For instance, this week at work, I had a student ask me, can I call you the Dark Lord for the rest of the day?
For the rest of the day? You mean the rest of the year? Why haven't you already?
I'm like, it's just as bad as the time when someone from the district came in. And I've told this story on the show already. When I have a student bowing in front of me, what is thy bidding, my master?
Oh my gosh, that reminds me. Speaking of bowing to teachers.
For those of you out of the country, this really isn't how America's schools work. I promise. We don't go around making our students call us the Dark Lord.
To be fair, that student was asking permission.
It's true.
Not being told.
Which my reply was, like, you had to ask.
Exactly. Well, so my mother was a teacher, right? And every year we would tell her, well, not every year. There were a few years in a row where I said to her, because she would always spend the summer trying to come up with something that she could do to, let the kids know she was hip, I guess. Like when back when the Atari, she was playing.
Oh, that's right. Are you okay, dear? The monster's clouding her vision.
So she would play Space Invaders so she could go and say, oh, my high score on Dr. Mario or Space Invaders or whatever. Dr. Mario was her game.
Dr. Mario!
Okay? That was her game. Anyway, so for a couple of years, so for a couple of years, I would try to get her to I would say to her, you should just say, and I had her, I was having her like quote some 9 Inch Nails song, "Don't do that."
Okay, I'm done.
It's as bad as when Beverly does her little Whoville face to me. She like, I can't even do it, but it's
I'm having a hard time. All right.
Anyway,
Struggling today.
so I would have her, I was trying to get her to do the bow down to the, you know what? This story sucks because I can't even remember the words anymore.
Well,
Let's move on.
I was going to say on that note, we need to wrap it up anyway.
We
so
do?
The story sucks, so I don't know a better time to end you.
If you really want to know,
Send us an email
Too bad.
because we're up to 4 viewers now.
after all those nice things Trish said, and there I go and just ruin the whole thing.
Sorry, Trish. We can't refund you these minutes of your life. Thanks for watching.
We can do an exchange, though.
We might. All right, I'm Jared.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.